Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back today. It's episode number 8 of Q&A Sunday. Hope you all have a fantastic day, but we are back for some more questions. Apologies for not putting one out last week, but you know, it's kind of hard to keep putting these out weekly, and it also gives you guys a chance to get those questions rolling. We've got a new camera, got a new phone this week, LG G2, absolutely love it, so I can actually see myself now, and the quality should be better. So in the background we've got some goals, but basically a montage of all the PES goals I've scored in January, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Just something to watch instead of looking at my ugly self the whole time. Anyway, first question, we're going to get straight into it, is from JR Kids, and he says, "Hey TTB, what is up? Will you mind doing a video showing your house and your computer setup?" And I was kind of thinking about this earlier. I probably will do a video showing my house, you know, just for a little bit of a laugh, show you guys where the magic happens, my room. I have done a setup video before, and my laptop hasn't changed, you know, my room hasn't really changed a whole lot, except got a new TV, obviously the PS4 as well. But I more than likely will next week at some point, just do, you know, show my house and my computer. So we'll get that rolling for you guys. Next up from Champions Forever, I'm going to spell it differently, but do you think that other versions of PES are better than PEA 2014? What's PE 2014? You mean PES? In some points, can you elaborate on it, TTB? Keep the OP awesome videos going. Thanks very much. Well, yeah, I think PES 2014 has its pros, and of course it has its cons. I mean, this year, you know, we've spoke about this time and time again. The pros of this year's version is the engine, of course. It's more lifelike than it ever has been. Yes, it's still a little bit robotic here and there, but they run more realistic. They jump way higher. You know, it's more of a powerful header. They get their neck involved, you know, shooting. Yeah, just the animations have taken a step up, I feel. The impact engine that they have now, kind of like FIFA, is a big plus. But, on the other hand, there is a lot of negatives for the game as well, because the shooting isn't as free-flowing as last year's version. You can't score goals like you could last year, and it's a shame. It does suck, unfortunately. You'll see the goals on this video, a lot of them are similar, because it's the only way I can score. I can't score outside the box, really, unless, you know, it's 1 out of 100 shots, and it's a shame. But, you know, I've got a couple of other questions here about PES. We'll get into them more detail, you know, more deeper after. But yeah, there's pros, there's cons, and unfortunately, probably this year, the negatives do outweigh the pros. So, you know, next year, fingers crossed, guys, PES 2015 is going to be, you know, a real beast of a game, but we'll have to see. Next from Man United fan, he says, "Who do you think is more stupid, David Moyes or Jose Mourinho? By the way, wish I could commentate just like you." Well, keep practicing, and maybe you will be able to do so. But anyway, who do I think is more stupid? Well, I don't think they're stupid. You know, I don't think Premiership managers are stupid. They've obviously done something in their career. They've produced something. I love Jose Mourinho, and I really, you know, the reason I love him is because he's such a unique character. He knows how to push a manager's buttons, doesn't he? He knows how to sort of take a question and just turn it around, you know, and he doesn't really get pissed off at people, but when the press ask him questions that aren't really very clever, they're kind of stupid questions, he comes up with some witty remark. And it's great to see him back in the Premier League, so I do enjoy him. David Moyes, you know, he's early days at United. You know, at Everton, it was just Everton, wasn't it? Whether they finished 7th, 8th or 4th, no one really cared. It was Everton, wasn't it? Now he's at Man United. He's got to make some big decisions. And for me, he's made a lot of the wrong decisions so far this season, being a United fan myself, as you guys know. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way. But I don't think they're stupid. I mean, David Moyes and Mourinho both have their separate personalities. Obviously, Mourinho's a one-of-a-kind manager, and David Moyes is you know, more of a general kind of manager. But good question either way. Next up from Tom Zom, he says, "Hey TTB, I have 2 questions for you. Are you going to be continuing BAL, Become a Legend with Luigi? I know you have a lot of requests, but could you do a match or something with Barca? Love your vids." Thank you. Luigi, yeah, he's kind of disappeared, I know, guys, but the reason being was I wasn't getting many views on those videos, and it's just going to take me too long to do a Become a Legend. Now, I started one with Balotelli as well. A couple of people have asked, where's that one gone? And unfortunately, it's the same thing. You know, I've got my Master League with United, and I've got my Atletico Madrid career with FIFA, and I feel that if I just keep doing them 2, we can get things moving a lot more. And then, you know, maybe if I've done a few seasons, we'll go back to become a legend in the future. But at the moment, Luigi's hung up his boots and he is retired for now. But maybe in the future, the Italian maestro will be back in action. And Barcelona, we'll see. I mean, I do Champions League matches all the time. Atletico Madrid are facing Barcelona in a couple of games' time, so you'll be able to see them in action probably in about a week or so. Next up from Yellow Pones 97, he says, "Hey TTB, in your opinion, what players should Moyes buy and what players should sell? Sorry for bad English, keep making videos." That's good English, and thank you. I will continue to make videos, but anyway, who should he buy and what players should he sell? This could be a long video if I actually told you my final thoughts on that, but there's a lot of United players that aren't United players, I feel. I don't think Cleverley is a Man United player. He doesn't really do much. Kagawa is hit and miss. You know, a lot of people like Kagawa, and he is one of these players that, yes, fine, he has good vision, but he's, number one, he's very slow on the ball. He doesn't necessarily know what to do with it. His finishing is terrible. He hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season, which is terrible. He's an attacking midfielder. Yes, he's played on the left of midfield, which, you know, he's not a winger. Simple as that. He hasn't got the pace to be a winger, but he hasn't scored any Premier League goals this season. When you look at Chelsea, Hazard scored a bunch. Man City, Torres scored a bunch. Arsenal, even Ramsey is more of a defensive player. You know, just more of a central midfield player. He's scored a bunch of goals as well. So, you know, United's midfield is just not good enough. Carrick's getting old. Cleverley's not good enough. Kagawa isn't, you know, hit and miss. I mean, who else do we have in the middle there? Fellaini, what a waste of 24 million. An absolute waste. He's done nothing. And, you know, all he's there is Afro. He doesn't even change his hairstyle, even when he moves to a club like Manchester United. But who should they bring in? Well, they need to bring in some top quality attacking mids. Someone like Ozil they should have bought. They didn't buy him. They blew it. And what can you do? Vidal, someone like him, another quality midfielder that could do something. I know they were looking at maybe Marquisio. Yes, he could help out. But they need someone who's going to score goals and play attacking. Help Rooney. You know, help Van Persie, who at the moment unfortunately is injured. But they need a good solid central midfielder, and they also need centre-backs. They just need to sort the whole team out. And unfortunately, it's going to take, you know, a while the way things are going. Alright, next question from PESFreak123 says, "I love your videos. One, who do you think is going to win the Champions League? And two, have you met the Midnight Kid?" Okay, well, who do I think is going to win the Champions League? Well, there's some massive draws already, aren't there, in the knockout stages. I'm not even sure now who's playing who. I know Man City, have they got Bayern Munich? I think Chelsea's got, or Arsenal's got Bayern Munich, and Man City's got Barcelona. Something like that. I'm not sure what they are. But I think the favourites would have to be Bayern Munich. I mean, they won it last year. Phenomenal team. Always winning games at the moment. Destroying the Bundesliga. Barcelona, another quality team. They've got Messi back. They're going to be a threat. You know, Real Madrid with Ronaldo picking up, you know, the player of the year finally. They're going to be a threat. But English teams, I think, if City can knock out the big teams, obviously they have a chance. It's going to be tough for them. I don't think they're going to do it. Chelsea maybe have a chance of getting somewhere. They haven't got a hard draw. They've got Galatasaray, who are kind of hit and miss. Man United, yes, they've got Olympiacos. Will they get through? Who knows? But I think the favourites, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you know, maybe Chelsea as well. Next up from Diki631. This was a long question, but I kind of narrowed it down a little bit. Basically, he's asking me what I feel of PES 2014, as I said before. But hi, TrueBrits. I recently started watching your vids, and I absolutely enjoy every second of them. By the way, great vids and commentaries. Keep it up. Thank you. So for my question now, what do you think of both the gameplay of PES 2014? He's basically talking about visuals that he thinks are good, but he's having problems scoring outside of the box. Likewise, I'm the same, and I'm sure a lot of people out there. This year, it was a real shame, PES 2014. A lot of people come in my videos, especially the comparison videos, and they slate off PES 2014 already, you know, and they say it looks like a PS2 game, which, yeah, maybe it does on PS3. I don't think it does, but on PC it certainly looks fine. I think the PC version actually looks better than FIFA 14 on PC. It looks more like a real game anyway, but there are a lot of problems. As we said, the shooting outside the box, the goalies are all over the place sometimes. The defending, the AI, the scripting, the programming is not being done correctly. You know, the refereeing, abysmal. Unfortunately, you know, the negatives are more than the positives. It's a shame. And next year they have said, I think someone tweeted out that it is coming to PS4, which is good. But they have to produce an outstanding game. One with no lag, no slowdown, smooth frames, 60 frames per second, and it has to play perfectly. Will it happen? Probably not, but we can all pray and hope that it does. And I wouldn't mind going in and doing some commentary, so Konami, if you're watching, hit me up and we'll make PES 2015 a tank of a game. But good question either way. Next up from JWZ Mo. He says, hi TTB, can you do videos about GTA 5 or Battlefield 4? I hope so. By the way, great videos. Now this is one of the subjects that I've kind of stayed away from because I don't want my channel to become so diverse. I don't want to start doing Battlefield, GTA and not sport related games because my channel is based on me commentating. Realistically, as you've seen, on PES and FIFA. It's not something I used to do. If you have a look at my earlier videos of PES, this is not how I used to commentate. I used to change it up. You know, I used to do it kind of like the Midnight Kid and talk over it. But I thought, I want to do something different. I want to create something original that people can sit down. They can pretend that they're watching a real game. You know, and when I'm playing, you know, I get into it. I commentate realistic, obviously. And I get nervous when I'm losing games because I want to win them. So I've kind of stayed away from Battlefield 4 and GTA because I don't want to get viewers and subscribers for that, then they're not going to watch my videos. What's the point? You know, you guys out there have seen, you know, I've got 15,000 subscribers now, which is a big thank you to every single one of you guys, but generally my videos only get about 2,000 views each. There's a lot of subscribers that don't watch PES. There's a lot of subscribers that don't watch FIFA because they've subscribed to my Need for Speed videos or my Grid videos. So that is why I'm staying away from it. I don't want to be like El Presador, if you guys know him. He has 200-odd thousand subscribers. But he gets about 10 to 15,000 views a video because all his videos are the same. They're all rages. And, you know, people just get bored of that. So I want to try and keep it all football related and PES and FIFA. But maybe in the future, if my channel blows up, you know, we'll do something different. But good question as well. Next up from Where the Beasts Are, he says, which footballer do you hate the most? Well, I don't actually have anyone that I hate. I can't say I actually hate someone, but I do hate players that cheat, divers. I hate players that will go down in the box too easy. Ashley Young, you know, I'm a United fan, but Ashley Young's way of playing, diving every time he gets the ball. Luis Suarez biting players last year, that is sickening. And, you know, he should have got banned for a hell of a lot more than he did. As much as he's a quality player, probably one of the best forwards in the league right now, if not the world, you know, he is a nutcase, and I don't like when he, you know, does stuff like that. The diving, the cheating, it's not good. So, I don't necessarily hate players, I just hate things that they do. Okay, finally coming up here, running out of time. This is from Swag. He says, who is the worst player at Man United? Well, I don't know. Right now, every single one of them, apart from the likes of Rooney or Van Persie, because he hasn't even been playing, but I don't know. There is some players that will have shockingly bad games. You know, Janusaj is a promising young prospect, but like I said before, Cleverley will, you know, he's non-existent half the time. Fellaini doesn't do anything. There is just an awful lot of players that are pretty much useless at the moment. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. That is all time we've got for today. Make sure you head over to TheTrueBrits, predict those matches, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.